everyone, my name is Terry and this is Epona, my 2016 JK Rubicon. Got her brand new and she has about 60,000 miles on her now. Taking her up through quite a few trails. Have not yet done the Rubicon yet, even though I'm up here in Sacramento and in the Rubicon area. Finally getting to doing some upgrades for her, so I wanted to bring you guys along for the tour. Nothing today big on that. We're just going to give her a bath, show you kind of some of the damage that she's had in the last couple trails. The most damage was on the Sourgrass Trail, which I recently did. Really beat up her underbody. But she was able to make it all the way up the trail and even impress some people going up there as a fully stocked JK Rubicon, as well as a manual. So what we have on order that's coming from us from Metal Cloak, because they're right here in Sacramento areas as well too, is we've got the 3.5-inch true dual rate lift kit with Rock Sport shocks coming, as well as the full undercloak armor for the entire underbody armor to replace, as well as the full overland for front rear fenders, as well as the rock guards and a new front and rear bumper for us to go ahead and put on our new winch. So we're going to be doing a lot of work here on it and bringing you guys along. Hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, so a quick overview of what we're dealing with here on the Jeep. So far it's stock. I've got 60,000 miles on it, and I've put one new set of tires on it already. So still running the stock BFGs. Found out I got about 40,000 miles out of the first set of those tires, out of the 255/75 R17s. So going to need to upgrade those. Got quite a few scratches on my rims, as you can see from going through some tight spots and some rocks. Small little scratch up here to the front passenger side of the bumper. A pretty big dent and ding over here on the driver's side of the bumper. And other than that, not much has been done. I put some grab bars on the inside, but other than that, this is how she came to me stock from 2016, and has been doing too well. So I'm going to take you underneath next and show you the damage that we have done under there. So climbing underneath, the first thing we notice here is this front valence here has been pulled off. So it's all this little plastic piece down here. I got it caught on a rock and tried backing up over top of it and just pull the whole thing off, and I kind of pushed it back there a little bit. Getting past that, we got our differential and our differential cover for the front differential. It's got some scrapes on it. Not too bad. It does look like I maybe have getting a leak, unfortunately, over here, so I'm going to have to take a better look at that. I did change out my differential fluid, front and rear, as well as my manual transmission fluid at 50,000 miles. Continue kind of going back through here. Oil pan is looking good. Then we've got exhaust tubing has got some scrapes on it right in through here, nothing too bad. Then looking over at our transfer case cover, we got lots of scrapes and scratches through there, but no big dings or dents in that. Big one that was super concerning of why we're getting all this armor is if you look over here at the armor from the gas tank, we got this big large dent in it right in through here. And that looks like it was sitting up on a rock probably in my last time going out when I was really pushing it to get through the Sourgrass Trail. So we've got a lot of dents up in there, which happy that armor was there instead of putting a hole through that plastic gas tank. That would not have been a fun end of my trip. And then we've got some scratches up on the rock rail on both sides. But other than that, the rest of the Jeep underneath looks good without any other damage than those pieces there. So for those of you who haven't done an oil change on your Jeep, it's really actually simple. You don't even need the lifts that I have it on to get underneath them, because the Jeeps already have so much ground clearance to get underneath them. And it's this 1/2-inch bolt right here. So you go ahead and remove that bolt. So this is up inside the engine compartment. Oil filler caps over here on the driver's side, right in this little section here. On the cap it says 5W20 engine oil, and then your oil filter is right here, this little screw cap here, which I actually really like. It's a lot easier to kind of get that out, so you just kind of unscrew that and then put on the new oil filter there, and we'll show that here in a minute. I know the oil cap and the owner's manual says 5W20, but I'm actually going to be using Costco 5W30 Kirkland. Been doing a lot of research online, and especially here in California where we get multiple 100+ days, a lot of people are using the 5W30 and not noticing any effects, and in some owner's manuals it actually says the 5W30 is an acceptable alternative. So we're going to try that out. A lot of people are saying that it actually quiets their engine and makes it a little bit nicer. So I'm going to see how that does for me here. We'll go ahead and continue with this oil change here. So when you get your oil filter out, this is the 24mm hex screw here on the top. So you go ahead and pull the whole oil filter out, and then this piece you have to kind of pull sometimes pretty hard to get this all the way out. And this is your old used oil filter. So you set that to the side. And then there's this little O-ring right in through here. And so it's easiest to grab a flathead screwdriver and just kind of pry that old O-ring off. And your new set should come with a brand new O-ring. So we got a brand new O-ring here. And I should have had prepped and open for you guys, but I didn't. No sense in reusing the O-rings because it comes with the new one. Just go ahead and put this new O-ring down here on the bottom. You take your new filter, you push it on nice and snug, and make sure that it has this O-ring here in the front. Some of them don't have this O-ring installed in the front for you, and you have to install this front O-ring. So just make sure it's got the O-ring on the front and the O-ring here in the back. When you put this back on, as well as with the oil drain cap underneath the bottom, these do not need to be cranked down. So I hate it when I work on one of my friends' cars that got an oil change at Walmart or one of these other places where the employees are in there and they're cranking these down hard, and then they end up stripping the oil pans. So these just need to be in just over snug. So when you put them in, you don't need to crank them in tight. Alright. So the next and final step is after you got your oil in, this takes 6 quarts of oil, back it down, check it on a level ground. Then you got to reset this change oil soon light. So you turn the key to the on position. You step on the gas pedal 3 times within 10 seconds. Turn the car off, back on. You see, I didn't even really need to do that. I already had jumped to 100% on my oil change. Oil change, oil life 100% remaining. Your final step in your oil change, don't forget to recycle your oil. That's one thing I like about these big 5-quart containers is I just dump my oil into these 5-quart containers and then take it to the local AutoZone, Napa Auto Parts, whatever's your favorite place, and dump it off, and they gladly take it. And those tend to work very well, just transporting it so that way I don't get it all over the car in the way.